Hey everybody, this is Geneva of Geneva's Closet Talk Show. Please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet. And you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. Now, let's get into the news. I would like to start this video off by saying that I have always been a fan of Miss Tamron Hall. I have never had anything against her. I am from Chicago, so the first time I seen her was on WFLD TV News. And as a matter of fact, I remember when 9/11 happened. I was sitting there watching the news, doing my daughter's hair, and it was Tamron who said that the first airplane had went through the building. So that's how long I've been watching her. And as I seen her go on with her career, I just sat back and said, go ahead and do your thing, Tam. That's why I was shocked when my subscriber, shout out to that subscriber, sent me some information that said that Dr. Ian Smith was pissed at Tamron Hall. I said, but what you done did there, Tam? And for those of you who don't know who Dr. Ian Smith is, he is an American physician, author, and television host who has appeared on shows like VH1's Celebrity Fit Club and The View. And he has also co-hosted the 6th season of the health talk show The Doctors in 2014-15. The first thing I did was go to this article by the Black Enterprise that says the Tamron Hall show does not want educated black people on the show. Dr. Ian Smith says. I said, what the hell? Dr. Ian Smith has insinuated that the Tamron Hall show only features black experts when it is for something negative. Oh, really? In his interview with the Karen Hunter Show, Smith said that the show conveniently does not book people of color with doctorate degrees, favoring white experts only. There are a lot of people who look like me, who are equally educated, equally articulate, who are not getting a platform on major shows. And, you know, they won't bring on African Americans or Latino people as experts to talk about things like education or sociology or medicine or law, Smith said. But you know what? I'm not going to keep on reading this. How about you listen to what Dr. Ian Smith had to say for yourself? Now, check this out.
Karen, I want to thank you for giving a platform for professional voices, particularly people of color. You and I have been friends for a long time, and I get on all the shows that you can imagine when I want to talk. I'm lucky that way. But there are a lot of people who look like me, who are equally educated, equally articulate, who are not giving a platform on major shows. And, you know, they won't bring on African-American or Latinx people of experts to talk about things like education or sociology or medicine or law. They will only bring us on when we're an entertainer or an athlete, or we do something salacious. There is a talk show with an African-American host, with an African-American executive producer that has said to publicists, do not pitch us your black clients. We are not a black show. Pitch us your white clients. We don't want to be looked at as a black show. Once again, it's an African-American TV host with an African-American executive producer. For those who don't know TV, that means that that person's in charge of the show, who have sent messages to publicists around the country that do not pitch us your black clients, pitch us your white clients. We are not a black show. However, this show will continue to bring on black experts when they do something salacious, when they're in the headlines for doing something bad. Then they'll bring black people on to talk about that. But they won't bring us on to talk about COVID, to talk about education, to talk about the law, when we can look professional and experts. And I'm putting this show on blast because when white shows and white hosts don't let us on, we criticize them. But the same criticism has to be held for shows that are helmed and hosted by black people that keep us off the airways. And it's just not right. There are a lot of brothers and sisters who deserve to have time, who have good information to share beyond Dr. Ian Smith. I know I get on all the shows. I've been doing this for a long time, but there are other people who are as good, if not better than me, and they can't get on, and that's not right.
Okay, what's the show?
Well, you figure it out. You're a journalist.
No, you're not. You're not going to do that.
No.
Come on, Ian. What's the show?
You
right,
are
all
old
right.
school journalist from the
No,
Daily News. We go
I
way
ain't
back.
got time for this. I ain't got time for this. Is it a cable news show? Is it a talk show? Oh,
It's a talk show
it's
on
a
a
talk
main
show.
channel.
The person passed out with a Statue of Liberty outfit on a few
Nope.
weeks. Okay, it's not that one because
That's
she's
it.
had you on. She's had
That's
you on.
it. That's
Is it on? Is it syndicated?
It's
Is it
syndicated.
It's syndicated.
Yeah.
Oh, was this
Do your
person
homework.
formerly? Was she formerly on? Is it a she? It's a she. Was she formerly on cable and then was on NBC and then moved to her own show with her name on? Is it that one? Okay.
The viewing audience of that particular show is
It's
80% black female.
But Drew McCaskill will tell you. So let me tell you, Drew used to work for an outlet that followed the numbers. We over-index on all of those daytime talk shows, on all of those TV shows, because we're the audience. We watch more television than any other group in this country. We make everything hot, which is why Fox, if they're gonna start a new network, they're gonna do it with black shows because
Fox
we're the drivers.
That's right. And here's the thing, though. Here's the thing is, if those 80% audience, those black women, only knew, if they only knew that the person you're watching every day has sent a mandate to her producers to not book African Americans unless they did something scandalous and embarrassing and shameful. If they only knew that, but see, they don't know that. But hopefully they'll do their research and realize it. And sooner or later, someone's going to call them out by name of who this person
I'm
is.
gonna do that as soon as you tell me who it is. I'm gonna do it by name because I put the blood on my hands. And it won't be real blood. It's gonna be fake blood. I know who it is.
You know who it is.
I'm gonna name the name after you're gone because you clearly don't want to name the name out your mouth.
I just want to say, I'm saying who it is, obviously I give you all the descriptions and not many shows helmed by black people on syndicated.
Did they just have a baby?
Yeah. That it is a travesty that someone of color two people of color could be in the position that they are in and to not reach back and open up their platform for a diverse, I'm not saying only black people on the show, I'm saying a diverse, I'm on the Rachel Ray show. She has everyone on the show, black, white, Asian, Latino, it doesn't matter. But for someone to actually say to people, do not, I'm telling you, I quote, do not pitch us your black clients, pitch us your white clients because we are not a black show. That is disgusting to say in this year, and people should be held accountable for that. All right, guys.
Tamron Hall, you heard it.
And for those of you who may not know who Miss Tamron Hall is, she started off her media career with KBTX in Texas, then went to WFLD TV in Chicago, then eventually did MSNBC and NBC News, and did some things with News Nation with Tamron Hall. Now she currently has her own syndicated talk show with ABC entitled The Tamron Hall Show. Now, when I first read the article, before I had even seen the interview that Dr. Ian did with the Karen Hunter show, the first thing I thought was, now come on, Dr. Ian, now that's some pretty serious allegations to put against my girl Tamron Hall, to say that she has never really had any black professional experts on the show. Now, to be perfectly honest with you people, I have never really watched the Tamron Hall show, so I could not confirm or deny that. So the only thing that I could think to do was go over to her Instagram page, because I know that she has the Tamron Hall show Instagram page dedicated to her show, and check that out to see if I can see any professional black experts on there. Because I'm like, come on, Dr. Ian, really? And based on my research, people, I don't think he was too far off. When I went over to the Tamron Hall show Instagram page, which has 292,000 followers, I did see a lot of black celebrities, like Dr. Ian said, some like John Legend, Eddie Murphy, Bevy Smith, Vanessa Williams, even seen Tisha Campbell. I mean, I definitely seen a lot of actors, singers, gospel singers, athletes. And when I did see some black people that could have some degrees like Iyanna, I'm like, okay, but she's a celebrity. And I did see a guy by the name of Dr. Carl Hart, clicked on his profile, and he had said that he was a scientist, activist, and educator. So I said, okay, well, maybe he's an expert. But then I started thinking, wait a minute, have I heard of him before? And then I did see some black people that I never seen before, but it looked like that maybe they were on there to tell their story. Now, I did see some white people, Caucasians on there too, and some were celebrities, and I don't know. Others could have been on there to tell their stories, and could some of them have been experts? Could have been people. I don't know. All I know is that I went back as far as 2019, and based on what I seen, I didn't see Tamron Hall promoting any black people that were just there as having degrees and being experts without them being a celebrity too. After watching the interview and listening to what Dr. Ian and them had to say about the Tamron Hall show audience being made up about 80% black women, I decided that I needed to go check that out for myself. So when I went and searched for several images and tried to do some wide shots too, what I seen was it is mostly black women in there. Don't get it wrong. There's some Caucasians sprinkled in there too, men and women. But it did look predominantly like her audience is made up of black women. With this bit of information coming out about Miss Tamron Hall, about her not wanting to have any black experts on her show and only pitching for the white experts on her show, I figured that most people would probably say maybe this has something to do with her marrying a white man and having her son by this white guy. So I decided to check into her husband, Mr. Stephen Greener, and I found an article by goodhousekeeping.com, and it says, although Tamron has been pretty tight-lipped about her relationship over the years, Tamron confirms that Stephen is a music executive. As head of music talent at Primary Wave Entertainment, Stephen has worked with music and comedy legends like Fantasia and Bernie Mac. His production credits include Guess Who?, The Bernie Mac Show, and Soul Man. March of 2019, Hall announced that her and Stephen Greener had tied the knot, and then on April 25th, 2019, their son Moses was born. Now, while I'm doing my research checking for stuff, I happened to come across this article by blackamericaweb.com. Let me see, does it have a date? Dated for 2 years ago. And this is an interview that they did with Miss Tamron Hall, and this is some of the things that she had to say. And it says, I have a colleague who's Asian, and she said every time she goes out with the white man, somebody believes she's a gold digger. Hall said on the conference call to reporters, I've had a couple of people tell me my son is white and I am black. What does that mean? Barack Obama was our first black president. His mother's white. Somehow my son is white, but he has a black mother. So I'm willing to talk about those things in very real terms. We know what some of you are thinking. Why did she end up marrying a white man? Hall, 48, is just as surprised as you. That was never her plan. I never imagined my husband would be white. I grew up in Texas in a predominantly black neighborhood. I've dated almost exclusively men of color, black men. He just so happened to be the first person I fell in love with. Did she fear backlash for hitching up with someone outside of her race? There was a worry in the sense of I didn't want him ridiculed or hurt, and I didn't want anyone feeling badly about themselves. As I pointed out, our president is a product of an interracial relationship. It's labels that we're trying to break down on the show that we can bring in conversations that are really happening. Hall added this, in no way did marrying my husband mean that black men had failed me. I was raised by an unapologetic black man who served in this country's army for 30 years. That's who I am. That's the fiber of who I am. Being in an interracial relationship has its challenges, of course, but Hall is ready to deal with it and all it entails. She was asked if she had to get over any hurdles in her own mind about marrying a white man. Her response, of course I did. I don't know if hurdles are the right thing, but I did take things into consideration. This is the person who I love and who loves me and who roots for me. My husband used to be the executive producer of the Bernie Mac Show and won a Peabody Award for it. One of the most powerful images of a strong black father figure in TV. He said to me, be yourself. He gave me great advice along the way. I had to think about personal, not consequences, because I'm a grown woman. It wasn't really that. We all love somebody and you don't want anything you do to hurt them. We were rooting for you, Tamron. We were all rooting for you. Well, based on all of this, people, I really don't know what to say. Dr. Ian is pissed. He said that the Tamron Hall show is only picture for white experts. Based on my research, I didn't see any black experts. Based on my research, the audience is mainly black women. Black women, did you know this? Dr. Ian said, black women, do you know this? And I think I'm going to leave the link to the Karen Hunter show interview because she really made some good points. But I guess I just want to know what you think. I would like to know how you all feel about this situation, and while you are letting me know, could you please like and share this video and subscribe to Genevas Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at Genevas Closet, and you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. You all have a fabulous day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.